Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Talmud Lunch and Learn, where we get together every Friday at 12 o'clock at the Torch Center. Just wanted to share a short thought with our friends online and with all of us around here. Such a magnificent group of people here. Thanks for the Marvins for picking up lunch today. Thank you. Ed, we don't miss you at all. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking care of it for all of us. We're all very, very grateful. This Shabbos, as many of you know, is Shabbos Chazon, and that is because the Haftorah that we read is Chazon Yeshayahu, the vision of Yeshayahu. And the question is, what is that vision? Why is this Shabbos called the Shabbos of vision? So, one of the great Hasidic masters, the Barditchever, used to say that on this Shabbos, if we can connect on a really high spiritual level and contemplate the destruction of the Jewish home, the temple, God's home, God's physical edifice that was in Jerusalem, the center of the universe, if we can contemplate the destruction, then we can have a vision into what the third temple will be. If we can just connect to what we lost, God will give us on this Shabbos, and Shabbos Chazon, the Shabbos of a vision, God will give us a vision to the third temple. And to be able to see what the Beit HaMikdash, to be able to see what the temple was, we're going to have programs on Tisha B'Av together with Rabbi Kobin's synagogue at 5 o'clock here at the Torch Center. We're going to have our own program here earlier in the day.
When? On Sunday?
On Sunday.
What time?
At 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we're going to be, seeing some of the, the grandeur of, of the temple as it would be if we could imagine it, and by what our sages tell us it would be. But what's the idea of seeing this vision, of having this vision? So the Barditchever would give the Hasidic master, the Barditchever Rabbi Levi Yitzchak from Barditchev, he would say the following parable. There was a king, and he had a lovely prince, a little child. He loved him so much. He wanted to give him something special. So he said, you know what, I'm gonna get him a beautiful suit. I'm gonna get him a beautiful suit, and I'm gonna have the finest tailor come and measure him and make for him the nicest suit. And the child, a few days later, is wearing this magnificent suit. It's so beautiful, it makes him look so handsome. And he's so excited about it. But a little bit of time passes, and now this child starts running on the monkey bars and doing what children do, and he gets a tear in his suit. The father sees the tear, and he's a little disappointed, but he says, you know what, I love my son so much, I'm going to give him another suit. So he gives him another suit, hoping this time he's going to be more careful, and sure enough, the child forgets that he's wearing his suit and tears it again. And the father says, this time, I'm going to do something different. This time, I'm going to give my child an even nicer, even more expensive suit. But I'm not going to let him have it till he's ready for it. I'm not going to let him wear that suit till he shows that he's responsible and that he's going to not take, that he's going to take proper care of it. So the father has the suit made for the son, and every once in a while, he shows him his suit. He says, you see, this suit is for you. When you show that you're ready, I'm going to let you wear it. That is us. God made us a first temple, and we ran around playing our games, and we tore it. So God made us a second temple. And again we forgot how special it was. We forgot how dear it was to the Almighty that we were there, and we just got busy with our lives, and we forgot about the importance of it. So what happened? We tore it again. God says, you know what? Third time, I'm going to build you a nicer temple. It's going to be more beautiful, more magnificent than ever. But you can only see it till you show me that you're ready for it. And that's what this Shabbos is. This Shabbos is getting ourselves into the frame of mind of what it is that we lost so that we can change our ways and get ourselves prepared for the new temple, to see that beautiful suit, to see that beautiful temple that God, our Father, the King, King of heaven and earth, creator of all, King of all kings. And so that we can get the glimpse into what that temple is. So we can see, hopefully, in the coming of Messiah and the rebuilding of the temple. Speedily in our days, amen.
Amen.
Amen. And so that we can see the offerings, the korbanot, and we can see the service of the temple of the Kohen, and the singing, hear the singing of the Levites. It's a terrible destruction that we don't have it today. We have to realize that Talmud tells us that every generation in which the temple is not rebuilt, it's as if it was destroyed in that generation. So it's not enough for us to say, well, back then they didn't merit to have it, so God took it away. We don't merit to have it, and it would be taken away today because we're not, if it hasn't been rebuilt, it's as if it was again destroyed. So I think it's a time where we not only get into a serious frame of mind about Tisha B'Av, about the destruction of the temple, but it also really should bring us to the beginning, to the entranceway of Rosh Hashanah, which is at our doorstep. You know, it's less than 60 days away that we'll be standing Rosh Hashanah in synagogue. And it's almost 60 days exactly to Yom Kippur. It's a very serious time already. That's it. We got to start taking an accounting. It's another year that passed. What have we accomplished this year? What did we do? And start taking an accounting. So this Shabbos Chazon, if we can take just a few minutes to start thinking of the vision of what it was to have a temple in Jerusalem, and what it will be, God willing, speedily in our days when Mashiach comes and we have our third temple rebuilt in Jerusalem, where there'll be no more hatred in the world for the Jewish people. There will be the restored honor for the Almighty, where all the nations will say, here is the Almighty. Here is Hashem. Az yom bragoyim higdil Hashem la'asot imele. Look how great God is, and look how His wonders are for the Jewish people. So with that, my friends, thank you so much for joining us. Have a magnificent Shabbos, and hopefully this should be the last video till Mashiach comes. Mashiach will be here on the 9th of Av today, if we merit. If not today, then hopefully on Sunday, Mashiach should be here, and we should all be on our way to Jerusalem. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, and have a good
Amen.
Shabbos, everybody.
Good Shabbos.